Hi guys, I'm Sasha. Thanks for joining me. Today I'm going to show you a video of how I did some tin punching. Haven't done this yet on my channel. I've done it a few times. I don't do it a super lot, so I don't have the tools that go with that, but I just use what I have around the house, which is an awl and a hammer, and I'll show you that in the clips coming up. But I started with a $2 pan that I got at Goodwill and punched a design in it, and I ended up painting it and antiquing it a little bit because I'm going to hang it in my kitchen. And I'm going to show you here, it's going to mess with the light on the camera, but there you go. Okay, so if you want to see, kind of just maybe get some ideas for how easy it is to do this, even if you've never done it before, just stick around and I'll show you all the steps. Just going to tape these in place so they don't go anywhere. And you can do all kinds of patterns in here, pictures. Just print something up or draw it and then tape it onto your tin or whatever you're going to use. Now they actually make tools for this purpose, and I'm sure if you were going to do this on a regular basis, that would definitely be worth investing in. I don't do this very often, just once in a while. So I'm just going to use an awl, okay, and a hammer. And I'm going to put a little cutting board under my tin, just so in case I go through a little bit, I'm not going to damage my table. Now, you can see that just starting to show right here. Okay, that's on the back side. So if I were to peel this up a little bit, just to kind of show you before we go get real into it here. You could also just use a nail for this if you don't have an awl. Just a large nail would work too. It's just a little harder to hold. So right here is going to be where our pattern, you can start to see that emerging. I finished all the punching. This is kind of what it looks like. I added some wheat stalks on the side because it felt a little empty there. And obviously the size of item that you use to punch is gonna, you can have larger indentations. You just choose a tool with a bigger footprint on that. So if you were going to use this for like a cheese or bread tray, then you could stop right here, and totally washable and food safe. I am going to hang it on the wall, so I'm going to make some adjustments from here. You could also do a really pretty design on this and use it for like a jewelry tray. There's all kinds of stuff you can do with these, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to age it just a little bit. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I did change it from thankful to grateful. I didn't know for sure which one it was, and then I looked it up, and I think the saying is make us truly grateful, not thankful. So I didn't want to get teased about saying that wrong. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to mix some craft paints that I have. I've got a little bit of metallic, like a metallic green and a metallic antique gold. And I'm going to mix those two together, not a lot, I'm just going to use a little bit. Mix that together. I'm just going to kind of work it in to all those little indents. There's definitely no specific way of doing this. Okay, so now I pretty much have all the paint that I mixed, and I'm just going to spread it around. Now I'm just going really lightly over it. Just kind of smooth it out a little bit. I don't know if I like that or if I don't. I feel like maybe it's a little green. So what I'm wanting to do now, I think, is let this dry and then make a mixture of the gold and black. Just some black craft paint and mix that with the gold paint and see if I like the way that turns out. Now I've let that set just a few minutes. It's been maybe 3 minutes. And now I'm just gonna try dabbing it with a paper towel. I'm not quite sure how it's gonna look, but we'll see, right? Well, I don't think that's much better. Well, I am still not sure about this. Worst case scenario, I think I can just wash this paint off, but I'm going to keep going for a little bit and see if I can get it to look the way I want it. So after I've dabbed a little bit, I feel like we might be headed in the right direction, but now I'm just going to try, it's pretty dry. So I'm going to try buffing it with this paper towel and see what happens. What do you think? I think it's not good as it is. We definitely need to keep doing something. You know what? I think I'm going to try buffing it with steel wool. We'll see what that does. Okay, so I think after I buffed it a while, I think I like the way that this turned out. To me, that looks antiqued and not like factory antiqued. It looks pretty good. I like it. So what I'm going to do with it now is, since I'm hanging it on the wall, I need to put a clear coat on it so that I can dust it without damaging it. So I will be spraying on a clear coat, and then when I'm done with that, just because as you can see, the tin gets just a little warped from all the punching. So on the back, I am going to put some little felt stickers on the corners to prevent scratching. Then I am going to put this little picture hanger thing here, and I will probably just use super glue since this pan is pretty light. It doesn't have to hold very strong, so I'll probably just use super glue or Gorilla Glue to attach this little hook so I can hang it up. Well, thanks for watching, guys. I hope I've inspired you to maybe try something new, and I'll see you next time.